Ever wonder how to, actually get paid for speaking?
Right, yeah.
Today, we're diving deep into how to make that happen.
Okay, sounds good.
We found this YouTube video, and it's a business coach, Ashley Nicole. She's working with Spick Jackson. Spick is an accountant, and she just gave this awesome free speech.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and landed some new clients from it.
Nice.
So she's on the right track, but now she wants to figure out how to turn speaking into a reliable income stream.
That's awesome. I mean, it's so cool to see someone like her. She's already got all this expertise.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to figure out, okay, how do I get paid for it?
Right.
A lot of people think you need to be, Tony Robbins or something to make money from speaking, but that's just not true.
No, absolutely not. And Ashley actually breaks down two main ways to get paid for speaking.
Okay.
The first is kind of what most people think of, getting paid a fee directly by whoever is organizing the event. But what I thought was really interesting was the second way. Ashley calls this the non-traditional route.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's that?
It's where you get paid by the audience through sales.
Oh, okay, so like from the speech.
Yeah, from the speech.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're in a room full of ideal clients and each one of those people is a potential customer,
Right.
that free speech, suddenly it's a gold mine, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
And it's kind of like Spick's speech, right?
Yeah.
She didn't get a fee up front, but she got clients from it.
Totally.
Ashley actually encourages Spick to think of speaking fees as a marketing expense. So then calculate the ROI of doing the engagement.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah.
A lot of people get stuck on the dollar amount for the speech,
Yeah.
but it's if you can think bigger picture,
Yeah.
the leads, the sales from the speech, that could be way more valuable than a one-time fee.
For sure.
Absolutely.
So how do you figure out the ROI? Ashley recommends tracking conversions for 60 days
Wow.
after you do a speaking engagement.
So 2 months.
Yeah, which seems like kind of a hassle, maybe?
Yeah.
But it's the only way to actually see the real impact of your talk.
Right. You might be surprised. A lot of people might decide to work with you weeks or even months later after they heard you speak.
Yeah, totally.
So that long tail effect can be, huge.
Totally. Now remember, Spick is an accountant.
Right. Yeah.
So Ashley suggests that she target foundations,
Okay.
those foundations that support entrepreneurs,
Got it.
and then sell them training programs, but on, financial management.
Makes sense.
What do you think of that?
I think it's a brilliant strategy
Yeah.
because it's, using SPIC expertise, right?
Yeah.
Aligning it with a need in the market. Foundations, they always need to find ways to help the entrepreneurs they support.
Totally.
So what better way than to give them financial tools
Yeah.
to succeed?
That's exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Ashley has this light bulb moment, and she's like, what if Spick partnered with banks to sponsor speaking tours, and it would be focused on financial literacy?
Whoa, that's next level.
Yeah.
That is thinking outside the box.
Right.
That's a win-win-win.
Totally.
The bank gets to be seen as a community partner, right?
Yeah.
Potentially gain new customers.
Yeah.
SPIC gets to, share her expertise with more people
Yeah.
and get paid for it.
Right.
And the audience gets, some valuable financial education.
Yeah. I love it.
That's fantastic.
And it plays to her strengths perfectly because she already has the knowledge.
Right. She's the expert.
And then partnering with a bank gives her that credibility and reach.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it makes you wonder, what other partnerships could be out there for speakers in different fields?
Oh, totally. Imagine someone who specializes in, say, productivity.
Okay. Yeah.
Could they partner with a co-working space
Ooh.
to offer workshops?
Yeah.
Or what about a time management guru who teams up with a software company?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
There's so many possibilities.
So many.
It's endless.
It's all about, I think, figuring out who your target audience is.
Yeah.
And then finding creative ways to bring value to them.
Yes.
But also to a potential sponsor.
Yes, exactly.
And Ashley even shares, how she successfully used this herself. She reached out to companies that she was already using, as a customer, and asked them to sponsor her events.
I love that. She walks the walk,
Yeah.
She's not just talking about it. She's actually doing it.
Totally.
And, that's a lesson that's bigger than speaking, too.
Yeah.
So many people, I think, are afraid to ask for what they want.
Yeah.
But the answer is often yes. You just have to, make a good case for yourself.
Totally. You have to show the value.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, it's about shifting your mindset. It's like instead of thinking, I'm not worthy of getting paid for this,
Yeah.
it's I have something valuable and it deserves to be compensated.
Absolutely.
It's not just about the money.
Okay.
Things get really interesting when Ashley asks Spick about her ideal day.
Oh, okay. What did she say?
Well, she describes this life that involves traveling and teaching her kids,
Oh, wow.
which seems kind of far off from running a busy accounting firm,
Yeah, that's like the classic struggle, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of entrepreneurs, it's easy to get caught in the day-to-day grind
Yeah,
and lose sight of those like bigger aspirations.
totally. And Ashley picks up on that, like that disconnect right away.
Okay.
She points out that Spick hasn't actually booked that trip yet.
Oh, it's like that saying, right?
Yeah.
We make plans and God laughs.
Right, totally. But it's often our own inaction that, like, gets in the way, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then Ashley says something that just, like, it really resonated with me. She's like, we only get 18 summers with our kids.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one hit me hard too. It's such a good reminder. Like, time is precious.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to let it slip away.
Yeah, especially when you're, running a business, chasing success.
Absolutely. It's like hustle, hustle, hustle. And then it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Where did the time go?
Exactly. So Ashley goes on to identify the root cause of, I think, Spick's struggle.
Okay. What is it?
She hasn't been intentional about creating the life she wants. So everything is just defaulting to, chaos and busyness.
Yeah, I've been there.
Right.
It's so easy to fall into that trap.
Totally. And then she says something pretty radical.
But what's that?
Spick should host her own events.
Interesting. Okay. What's the thinking behind that?
Well, she gets to combine her love of speaking with being able to, like, control her schedule
Right.
and the location.
Yeah.
And she can create the experience she wants for her audience on her terms.
Okay. I like that.
Right.
And of course, like, she gets to charge
Yes.
for tickets,
Yeah.
sell her services directly,
Yeah.
and build her own community all at once.
Yes.
It's like taking back control
Yeah,
and getting her actions to match her goals.
exactly. Plus, Ashley breaks it down to 5 simple steps.
Okay. I'm listening.
Number 1, find a space.
Okay.
2, create a registration page.
Got it?
3, run ads.
Okay.
4, deliver your presentation.
Well-
5, make an offer.
Okay. That sounds pretty straightforward.
Right.
Yeah.
And she even shares her own event numbers.
Oh, wow. Okay. Like what?
Her cost per lead was less than $5.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So it makes the whole thing seem like less intimidating.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking of doing it for the first time, it can feel really overwhelming
Right. Yeah.
to plan like a big event.
Yeah.
But $5 a lead, that's really good.
And her show up rate was 30%.
Okay. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have like a massive following. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
So that speaks to the power of like finding the right people.
yeah.
It's not about reaching everyone.
right.
It's about connecting with the people who actually care about what you have to offer.
Exactly. But I'm curious, how does she find those people?
Yeah. And how does she get them to show up?
Ashley says that, like, creating an intimate experience is really important. She actually found that a smaller space,
Yeah.
created more of like an engaged and connected audience.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's easier to like build community, right? When
Yeah.
you're not in some huge auditorium.
Yeah, totally. And to get people in the door, Ashley recommends like promoting it 1 to 2 weeks in advance
Okay.
and running, targeted ads
Right.
on places like Facebook.
Yeah. Those are key.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you're reaching the right people,
Yeah.
not just, throwing it out there to everyone.
Yeah.
You want the people who are actually going to be interested.
Exactly. And she uses Eventbrite
Okay.
for, managing registrations.
Got it.
And she even suggests offering like a VIP option
Oh, interesting.
for people who want a guaranteed seat.
I like that. It
Yeah.
creates like a little like urgency,
Yeah.
exclusivity, plus it's another way to make money. Right?
Totally.
I've seen a lot of speakers do that, successfully.
Yeah, I think her whole approach is just about keeping things simple and accessible.
Yeah, I like that.
Like, you don't need to overcomplicate things, right?
Totally. Just keep it easy.
Yeah.
And she encourages Spick to use the things she already has.
Yeah.
Like, her office space, her presentation materials,
Yeah.
to keep the cost down,
Yeah.
which, a lot of people doing an event for the first time,
Yeah.
they don't think about that.
Yeah. First
They think
remote.
they need to go rent some fancy space.
Yeah.
But you can just use what you have.
And it's the same with marketing, too. Like, Ashley reminds Spick that she already has video content
Oh, right.
from her Pocket More Profit bootcamp
Yeah.
that she can, repurpose
Oh, smart.
to promote the event.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so Ashley, right?
Yeah.
She's all about, like, use what you got and,
Yeah.
take action. Don't wait for things to be perfect.
Totally.
Let's get started.
Exactly. And speaking of action,
Okay.
she gives her, like, a concrete timeline.
Oh, okay.
She's like, create the event page and the ads, connect with her ad expert, launch the campaign, all within a week.
Wow. She moves fast.
Yeah, that urgency is important.
It is, because it's so easy to get bogged down in the planning,
Yeah.
and then you never actually do it.
Right, totally.
But she keeps Spick, like, moving forward.
Yeah.
Focused on the goal.
Totally. And Ashley even offers to, like, share her show-up strategies to help Spick make sure people actually come.
Oh, that's great. She's such a good coach.
She is.
Do you have any, like, go-to show-up strategies you use?
I think one thing that's helpful is, like, sending reminder emails.
Yeah.
Like, leading up to the event.
Right, because people get busy and they forget.
Totally.
You gotta remind them, build up that anticipation.
Yeah, exactly.
I also like to offer, like, a little bonus for early registration.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Like a special resource or,
Yeah.
like, a discount on a future product.
Yeah, that's great.
It's like a little thank you for signing up early.
Totally. It's those little touches that make a difference.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, Ashley reminds Spick that, like, the goal of this whole thing is to fund that dream vacation.
Yes.
It all comes back to, like,
Yeah.
aligning your actions with your goals.
Absolutely. Like, she wants to spend more time with her family.
Yeah.
She wants a slower pace of life.
Right.
This is how she can do it.
Exactly. And it's a perfect example of, like, how entrepreneurship can be a vehicle
Yeah.
to create the life you want.
100%.
It's really inspiring, I think.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But it takes, effort,
Yeah.
intention. You got to be willing to, like, step out of your comfort zone
Totally.
to make it happen.
And Ashley encourages Spick to lean into her strengths.
Oh, like what?
Like her engaging personality, her ability to connect with people, one-on-one,
Yeah.
and create an experience that, plays to those assets.
I think that's such a good point.
Yeah.
We spend so much time trying to be someone we're not,
Totally.
when we should just embrace
Yeah.
what makes us unique and awesome.
Totally. And remember how Spick's ideal day involved, like, traveling and teaching her kids?
Yeah.
Ashley tells her, like, make it happen.
Oh, wow.
Plan a month-long vacation.
A whole month. That's bold.
I know, especially for someone who's so used to, being busy.
Yeah, that's a big shift.
It is.
But it's exactly what she needs
Yeah.
to create that life she wants.
Totally. But how do you, like, pull that off?
Yeah. How do you just take a month off when you're running a business?
That's the question.
Right.
Well, Ashley's all about planning and taking action.
Yeah.
And she reminds Spick and all of us, really, that time is precious.
Right?
Especially when it comes to our kids.
Oh, man, you're going to make me say it again.
I know.
We only get 18 summers with our kids.
Ugh, yeah.
It really makes you think.
It does. It's like, we can't keep putting off our dreams, Life is happening now.
Right now.
So she encourages Spick to not just plan the vacation, but plan, like, what her ideal life looks and feels like, and then start making decisions that, move her in that direction.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
It's like shifting from reactive to proactive.
Yeah.
It's like, instead of just letting life happen to you, you're creating the life you want.
Exactly.
On your terms.
And I think the big takeaway is that it's possible to create a business and a life that, like, supports your values, your priority.
Absolutely. Spick is like a living example of that.
She is, but it takes work.
Yeah.
It takes intention.
100%.
And a willingness to, make choices that align with your vision.
It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Totally. And so Ashley ends the coaching session by asking Spick, like, what are you going to do differently?
Oh, good question.
After this conversation.
Yeah.
And Spick commits to planning the event.
Awesome.
And then using the money to book the vacation.
Yes, I love it.
I know, she's taking action.
She is. It's so easy to get inspired and then do nothing.
Yeah.
But she's committed.
She is.
She's going to make it happen.
And Ashley even jokes, she's like, I should charge for this.
I mean,
considering how valuable it is.
I know, right? We've gotten a lot out of this.
So much wisdom packed in.
Yeah.
What about you? What stood out to you the most from her advice?
What really resonated with me was like how she helped Spick connect her business goals with like her personal aspirations. It's not just about making money.
Right.
It's about like building a life.
Yes. Yeah.
Using your business to do that.
That's a powerful message.
It is, and it goes back to that idea of being intentional, right?
Yeah.
We have the power to choose how we spend our time, our energy, and we can design our businesses, our lives to support what we value, what matters to us.
I think that's a great transition to like talking about some broader applications of this,
But yeah.
How can people listening take these principles and apply them to their own lives?
Right. Even if they're not, an accountant or a business coach.
Right, exactly. I think what really struck me was how Spike, like resisted hosting her own event at first because she thought she needed a bigger following.
Yeah.
And that's something I think a lot of people can relate to.
Totally.
We underestimate our own potential and get caught comparing ourselves to others.
It's like classic imposter syndrome.
Totally.
But Ashley, like, shuts that down.
Yeah.
She highlights what Spick's good at,
Yeah.
her strengths.
Yeah.
And shows her how to use what she already has
Yeah.
to create a successful event.
Totally.
It's a good reminder that we all have something to offer.
Yeah.
We don't need permission from anyone to put ourselves out there.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that expertise comes in many forms.
Yeah.
You don't need 1 million followers to be an expert. You just need to be passionate about your topic.
Yeah.
And be able to communicate that to people.
And actually breaks down the whole process of creating an event. And she makes it seem so doable.
Yeah, it's not scary at all.
She's all about keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Using what you've got.
Yeah.
Taking action.
Yeah.
It's not about perfection.
Totally.
It's about just getting started.
Yeah, making that first move.
And seeing what happens.
And she brings up a good point, too.
Okay.
About, a Spick already has this content. Yeah.
From her boot camp.
Yeah, the Pocket More Profit.
Yeah, and she can repurpose it.
Right.
To promote the event.
That's such a good point, We often have more resources than we realize.
Totally. It's like, look at what you already have.
Yeah.
With a fresh perspective.
Yeah.
And get creative.
And repurposing content is smart no matter what you do.
Absolutely.
Think about blog posts, social media updates.
Yeah.
Even email newsletters. You can turn all that into
presentations, workshops.
Exactly. Online courses even.
It's all about finding new ways to connect with people.
Totally. To share your knowledge.
And if you're thinking about hosting an event.
Yeah.
Ashley's advice about creating that intimate experience.
Yeah.
So important.
It is. It's about creating a space where people feel
seen, heard.
Yeah, connected.
Connected to you, to each other.
Totally.
Building a community.
Exactly. Now, I know some people get overwhelmed by running ads.
Yeah, it can seem scary.
But Ashley's it doesn't have to be complicated.
Right. Use platforms like Facebook.
Yeah.
They're pretty easy to use.
Yeah.
You can target your ads really specifically.
Yeah, you don't need to be a marketing genius.
Nope. There's tons of resources out there.
Yeah, to help you.
You can learn as you go.
And what's cool is that Ashley offers Spick access to an ad expert.
Oh, that's nice.
Within her mastermind group.
That's the power of community right there.
Yeah.
Having people who get it.
Yeah.
Who can support you, help you.
Totally. It makes such a difference.
Whether it's a mastermind or, some kind of professional organization.
Yeah.
Even just having a few good friends.
Totally.
Who you trust, who can keep you accountable.
Yeah. You don't have to do it alone.
You don't. And I think, as we wrap up this deep dive into paid speaking, the biggest takeaway for me is that it's about more than just getting on a stage.
Yeah.
It's about finding your passion.
Yeah.
Connecting it to your purpose. And creating a business, a life.
Yeah.
That really reflects you.
Totally.
Who you are, what you want.
It's about finding your voice.
Yes.
Sharing your expertise.
Making a difference.
Yeah. One conversation, one event.
One client. At a time.
And you don't have to be famous to get started.
You don't.
You just have to start.
So if you're ready to take that leap, here are a few things to think about.
What's your expertise?
Yeah. What are you passionate about sharing?
Who do you want to reach?
Yeah. And where are those people?
What would be valuable to them?
How can you use what you already have to get started?
And remember, find your people.
Yeah. Get support.
Find mentors. Join communities.
Yeah. Connect with other speakers.
The world needs what you have to offer.
We hope this deep dive has given you some ideas and inspired you to take action.
We'll see you next time.
Keep learning. Keep growing and keep diving deep